TrekNorth High School students are revving up their robotic engines to compete for the first robotics competition. Now for this week's Golden Apple, Jamil Doneth tells us how this small team of techies is gearing up for the big event.
We could tuck in some
6 weeks, $6,000, and 140 pounds of parts that the TrekNorth High School rookie robotics team had no idea what to do with.
It's like making a Frankenstein, making something come to life when it's dead.
For the first time, this small Bemidji high school is getting the chance to compete at the regional first robotics competition. And ever since they got their automation assignment, it's been a robotic roller coaster.
It's been a lot of 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
It really is a lot of work being put into it.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
The team of 18 students is split into subgroups.
I hope so.
Cody Hovde and Terrence Davenport run the mechanical team.
The body has to hold up the robot, so, without the body, you wouldn't have a robot.
Those 2 are correct.
Sophomore Bria Blankenfeld helps head the electrical team.
The forklifts can pick it up.
Freshman Joe Lane handles the programming and the strategy team.
You've got to program motors, you've got to program all these different buttons, and you've got to make an arm move too.
Oftentimes the team runs into problems throughout their process of making this robot. Today we found that the robot didn't actually run because of an internal fuse that blew. So while this is one of the hardest parts of the whole project, it's the one that helps them learn the most.
Something doesn't work. Okay, which wire isn't working? You have to go through everything and look over everything. Okay, this isn't lighting up. We got to switch these wires.
Aside from a few students who have made a mini-bot, no one has had any experience putting together a full-size locomotive machine.
I've made a mouse bot with a few friends before, like a little mouse robot. But otherwise, this is so much harder.
Even robotics team coach Jeff Jones says he had to learn just as much as the students.
I didn't have any classes or formal education in robotics or anything.
But while these students have had their fair share of technical tantrums, they say the mishaps and the messes were all part of the fun.
It's been really a lot of fun. It's been really exciting, a new experience and everything.
And being first-timers, their goals for the competition are simple robotics 101.
Definitely getting it to move. That's always been good.
I hope that we can at least get the robot running.
Do the best we can, and if all else fails, helps the other teams.
But the main goal being able to say they made a robot when 6 weeks ago this team could barely understand the instruction manual. Now that's a real success, at least for this year. For this week's Golden Apple, Jamil Doneth, Lakeland News.
The regional robotics competition takes place in Duluth March 10th through the 12th. 8 teams from the Northwoods will also be joining TrekNorth along with teams from Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Chicago.